welcome to Bricks Assemble. Today I will be showing you the start of my medieval village mock. So, if you've been watching my videos for a while, I used to have part of this castle in the background for a few of them, and then I moved it so that I could take my videos without people seeing a castle in the background. And you will now learn what it's been about. So this is the start of a battle scene. It's not really done yet, but I started it. And I have the castle wall, and then the gates, and then up here the little gate tower. And it's under attack by it was going to be orcs, but I only have a few orcs, so it's just kind of like under attack by orcs, wargs, and some Easterlings. And then I have the guys have their the ladders to climb up and attack. And then I have some orc hunters, as I like to call them, in the corner here. I have this dwarf. He's from The Hobbit. He is Thorin Oakenshield's cousin. I forgot his name. And then there's this cool dude I made up. He has a hidden dagger right there. I don't know if you can see it. And then like a sword and then a bow taped to his cape on his back. And then I have an elf dude. And then if I turn this around, this is half the size. It's gonna be, this is half of the castle. I'm gonna have more, I'm gonna have a village too. So I'm gonna have 4 more platforms as the village. So this is inside, so I have the stable with the horses, and I'm gonna put a horse here coming out, and then I have inside here, and then if you take this, take this, and then you pull it up, it comes up. But right now I have the battering ram stuck through a hole in it, so I can't really pull up the gate. And then we have them protecting the guy, fighting the guys that came up from the ladders. And then over here we have some dude shooting down. This guy's got a sword stabbed into him. And yeah, it's Legolas. He's not supposed to really be Legolas. It's just an elf that's helping them. So you are going to see some Lord of the Rings and Hobbit characters in here, but they're not supposed to be themselves. They're just supposed to be, medieval fantasy dudes hanging out that are part of the village or allies with the village. And then over here I have the blacksmith shop. I have the blacksmith and then some guys getting swords. I'll try to zoom in on this. You can see the blacksmith there pounding on something. Forgot what it is. And then he's got a bunch of fire behind him, but it's kind of too dark over there to see. His head's supposed to be like that. I have a bunch of people getting ready to fight for once they bust through the gate. So they're grabbing, these guys are grabbing swords. I have all the knights, and then I have some dwarf allies. And then I have the king on these are Hobbit characters, Thorin Oakenshield and Feely or Keely, forgot which one, but they're not supposed to be themselves right now. And then just this guy's coming up with a sword. The kid got a sword because all men to fight. And yeah. So now I'm going to kind of show you some of the techniques I've used to build this. So for my path, I just found gray bricks and just platforms, and I just kind of threw them on to make a rock path. And then I have my blacksmith shop, which is just poles, hanging, holding it up. And then I have these rock pieces that aren't very useful for rock, but I am using it for the roof, and it's kind of technical. See, like that. Now, put it back together. And I have the chimney right there too. Over here for the stable, it's just kind of popping out of the castle wall. And then I have, the roof is really hard to get on, but it's attached. And then just like 3 yellow bricks for hay. Turn around the castle. It's super hard. As you can see, it's just 2 by whatever's thick. I have lots of studs on the side. I think people call them headlight bricks to give it that rocky texture. I also use these kind of clicking hinge things to make like the rounded part for the door. And then I have lots of pieces like that to hold up stuff and make it look more brick textured. And I also use different shades of gray and like green. I don't know if I used any green pieces in this one, and tan, you know, to give it that worn down look. And then up here I just have a very unsturdy little castle gatekeeper thing with these pieces to make it look a bit more filled in. And yes, the door's being broken down by the battering ram. And then not much else to it that I can think of saying. There are a few gruesome parts that I can show you, like right here. Like this guy, his arm is like really bloody. And he's about to have his head chopped off. I did have a guy coming down the ladder. He was like right there with his sword out. And I think this guy was supposed to be running at him. But the guy fell and I don't know where he went. And I'll probably put him back on there later. And as I said, this battle scene isn't completely done. And some of you might be thinking, why are you building this? And it's for the 4-H fair. I don't know if you know what that is or not. I think it's in most cities, and I'm part of it, and I've entered the Lego section a few times. Last year we did it virtually, and I built a big castle, and it got first place, and it also won the state fair, and then virtual state fair. And then the year before that, I built Fort Mackinac. I don't know if you've been there or not. It's a cool place. Built that out of Legos. And it did not win. But it did lose against a kid who entered sets, which is kind of disappointing. Like, he won because he entered sets. Like, I'm not going to talk about it, but the year before that, I entered like a big battleship aircraft carrier thing, and that also won. So yeah, and in the coming years of my channel, I'll probably be showing my 4-H entries, and this is not done. It still is going to have 4 more platforms in the back with like a tavern and maybe like a bakery and stuff, and those will be built soon, and maybe I will kind of give you updates on my progress while I build this. Also, I've changed my mind a lot about what I'm building for the fair, so don't be surprised if this doesn't end up going into the fair. And I keep it in this little corner of my desk, so you won't be seeing that in all the videos, so it doesn't get in the way. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to like and subscribe to see more fun content like this. Goodbye.